Anyway, my name's Steve Guttenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show. It's my guest today, Andrew Singer, at the store, Sound by Singer in beautiful New York City.
One day we should do a video about strange customer experiences that we have.
Wow, that would be a series.
Yeah, that would be something.
Yeah,
I like that.
It is. People are strange when they come to hi-fi. Brings out they're very I think generally speaking, audio customers are very neurotic, indecisive. Am I doing the right thing? It's a lot of money. It's a hard decision to make. What if I'm wrong? Kind of thing. All those.
It's the what if I'm. It's the. I like a lot of things, but there might be something better.
Right. Oh, the always is.
And then there's the.
But the people who buy Ferraris say maybe I should get a Maserati. The people who buy a tennis racket.
I don't think that this kind of paranoia exists in other fields.
Yeah.
I mean, when somebody wants like a camera nuts, they know what camera they want to get.
Nikon or a Leica.
Nikon, Leica, whatever.
Yeah.
What cars? There are Ferrari people. There are Porsche people. They kind of, they develop a taste, and then they just eat it. It's what they want. Audio people seem to have this fear that they're going to make a mistake.
Right.
The only mistake you can make is to buy something that sounds bad. If you don't buy something that sounds bad and you're choosing from a bunch of goods, what's the mistake?
Maybe the other one is better. The one that you didn't get, the one that got away. That's what the fear is.
So you're saying it's like fishing and girls?
Pretty much, yeah. I got this one. I should have got the other one. That's
What is that about human beings? I mean, there's a whole
fear of missing out,
or fear of not getting
FOMO,
fear of not getting. It's like fear of not getting the best price on something.
Well, that's a separate. That's a side issue, really.
It's the same mechanism. I could have done better.
Right. I married the wrong
I could have done better.
Yeah.
Really? Maybe not. You could have done worse. What do you mean? How do you know you could have done better?
Be happy. Don't worry. This is a weird place to go.
No, but it's true. I mean, people, you get someone that goes, "Oh, I should have bought that amplifier." Okay. Well, if you have the coin, buy it. And if you don't have the coin, enjoy it. The one that you have.
Yeah. That's what you got.
Just stop being such a whiner. I mean, enjoy it. And most people, I think one of the problems is that most people don't really respect their audio systems the way they should.
But it is the thing. It is the thing. They got it, they liked it, and then a year later it comes back to that, I should have got the other one. And
right.
it is, there's what they call now fear of missing out,
right.
FOMO. I think that's how you say it. And it's the other is the thing, the unobtainium. The thing that they don't have would be so much better than the thing they have.
The other crazy thing, and you hear this with people who have lots of money too. I should have gotten that. I want to get that. What am I going to do with this? Well, trade it in.
Trade it in.
How much do I get for it? Not as much as you would like.
Right.
That's all?
I paid all that.
Okay, well, you have one of two choices. You can trade it in and accept the loss. You can keep it and continue to whine and be neurotic. Or you can do what a grown-up should do, which is to say, okay, I'm going to accept the loss. I'm going to buy the new one, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Right. Move on.
So move on. If you have the money, that's one thing. And people who don't, and frankly, the thing I find most interesting is most people say that they don't have the money to make the change, have the money to make the change. They're saying they don't want to spend the money to make the change. But, dude, your life is finite. It's really, really way too short for sitting there having regrets about your stereo. If it doesn't work, and you're not happy, change it and get happy.
Yeah.
That's what I have to
I
say.
don't think it's more complicated than that, is it? I mean, there's only a couple of choices there. Stay with what you got or change.
Right.
A, B.
Right.
How you make the change is a little more complicated, but it's still stay with what you got.
There are two.
Or
It's
change.
binary.
Yes, it's binary.
It's binary, and the binariness of the decision informs what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this leads. I mean, it reminds me of what happened when I was lucky. I went back in I think in 1995. I was having an early midlife crisis. I decided I wanted to buy a Ferrari, and I did. I bought a Ferrari, and I kept it for 3 years. And I was very lucky because I had bought it just at the right time. So I actually sold it for more than I paid for it.
Great. But why did you sell it?
Because it was sitting in my garage after 2 years of getting up every Sunday to drive it a couple of 100 miles. Because, it wasn't a car you could really go to the grocery with.
Uh-huh.
Although once in a while I would do it just to do it. And it was no fun in the city. I used to get on the Palisades Parkway and go 120 miles an hour.
Oh, nice.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody listening, don't call law enforcement. But the experience was what I wanted to have, and the experience was great. And if had I lost thousands of dollars because it was no longer the experience, I would have chalked it up to, well, I had a great time.
Mm.
You can't value that in terms of dollars. It was an experience that I had that people who had the money to do it never did when they could.
It's the fear of
And somehow, the fear of missing out seems to be something that's particularly pertinent to audiophiles. I don't know why. Much more so than other enthusiasts.
I think to me, audio is always fascinating because there's so many levels to it, right? There's the superficial level, there's the gear, there's the technology, it's how it makes you feel. There's a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to Motown this morning. I could listen to Beethoven when I come home. There's a lot to do with it, right? So but it's ephemeral. You can't touch it, you can't nail it down, and that leads to people being neurotic about it. I think that's it. And that leads to the maybe it could be this kind of deal.
And I think in part, the experience that we discussed earlier about it sounding different every day, every time you listen to it, it sounds different, contributes to that sense of it being ephemeral.
Right.
So,
which, if you look at it in the other direction, you say this makes it better in a way because it's different. If it was exactly the same all the time, it would lead to being bored with it because it'd be predictable. The fact that it isn't.
And I put it to you
that
the part of the missing out and the regrets that people get a couple of years later, I should have bought, has to do with the fact that that the performance is consistent, that it doesn't change as much.
Uh-oh, you just contradicted me.
No, I didn't contradict you. I pointed out that the ephemeral nature of it only goes so far. It is different each time, but how different? I think part of the missing out thing is a sense that, well, I thought it was really good when I bought it and it sounded great for a year, but, and I've heard this from many people, my ears have improved. Really? You're bored. You're bored. And you attribute, and it's always, I should really change my amplifier, or I should really change this or change that. And once again, you have 6 different pieces of gear in your system, each of which contributes to the sound. Don't you want to think about which one would improve it? Or do you just want to change something because you want to pet it and say, hi, I like you, you're gorgeous? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to do that, that's fine. But recognize what you want to do may have nothing to do with improving the sound the way you think you want to improve it. And that's, again, getting back to something we talked about in an earlier video. It's part of the dealer's job. Why do you want to get a new amplifier? Well, because I bought this and I should have bought that. Why do you say you should have bought that? Well, people tell me it's better. Do you want to improve the sound of your system? Yes, of course. Well, that amplifier you bought was actually pretty good. In fact, I think it was very good. But you could really improve your phono cartridge. You could go a long way by getting a better phono preamp. Your DAC is really the weak point, and you can go on, but no. The obsession is that I didn't do the right thing the first time, and the way to cure it is to do the right thing now. And the reality is, you did just fine the first time, and you're ignoring the things that can make what you did even better.
Right. That's a beautiful summation. Perfect. My name is Steve Guttenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show with my guest today, Andrew Singer. Thank you guys for watching. See you again real soon.
Bye.
Bye.